Understand that you can simultaneously be a victim and an abuser. Just because you've been a victim in certain situations in the past, it doesn't make you immune to being a perpetrator yourself to other people in other situations. The traumas you carry from the past is not a justification for the way you treat people poorly. Just because you're hurting and just because you're hurt, it doesn't mean that you can't hurt other people in the same way that you're hurting. Just because you went through abuse doesn't mean that you can't be an abuser yourself. If you actively position yourself as the victim in life, more likely you're going to be engaged in acts of manipulation and avoiding self-accountability. You might not even be aware of this, especially if you've been just running on survival mode. You might not be entirely intentional or even conscious of the behaviors and actions that you engage in. Unless you're actively healing and reflecting on yourself and questioning your behaviors and open to being challenged and change your ways, if that means gaining better ways to navigate through life, not basing your experience and your perception on your traumas and your past experiences. More likely than not, you might find yourself often sabotaging your relationships or a lot of opportunities that come across your way. Your experiences of trauma are valid, and the traumas you've endured and still processing, it's absolutely valid, and how you feel is valid. And your reasoning for doing certain things certain ways could be very valid for the sake of protecting yourself, for the sake of protecting your peace, for the sake of catching onto a pattern that looks like a red flag to you based on your past relationships or past experiences. It still does not give you the right to go around and inflict pain on other people. So if it seems to you that you seem to continue to attract the same patterns, or you receive the same feedback over and over, no matter how just your reasoning is behind your actions that inflict pain on other people, it's time to take those feedbacks seriously and look at the common denominator. No matter how much you might feel like a victim, also consider the fact that you might now be an abuser. You intending to not be that way does not erase the impact. If people are telling you that your behaviors are causing them harm, that your behaviors and your actions and your lack of consideration hurts them, then that is a side of the truth that you have to consider.